All right, it is 19 past 7. Traffic update. A crash now, La Riviera at Folsom Boulevard. And things starting to slow down now, southbound I-5 at the 99 interchange. Northbound 5 slowing too at the I-80 interchange. 7:21, time for Dan in Sonoma.
Hey, Sean, good morning. Like I told you guys yesterday, it was difficult to set up the caller prep board because of the news stories were so mundane. That's not true this morning. It was literally written for me. I didn't have to do much work this morning. But before I get to that, though, this raid on Trump's house, by the way, the media has completely ignored it. I can't find the story anywhere. That should have been a huge story. But this element of, shoot to kill, that sort of thing, this is simply just a setup for what we are all fearing later on. Hopefully it'll never happen if they do actually take out Trump. They're setting up the mindset that he's a dangerous individual, and that's all there is to it. This is nothing more than a psychological preface for if and when they take action that it was justified. So that's what I take away from that.
They've been trying to do that for a long time, Dan. They've been trying to make it look, yeah, he's a bad guy. They've been trying to do that for years, and no one's buying it.
And I haven't followed any detail of this trial because I know it's phony. I don't need to waste my time on it. And again, the entire thing is phony, and I would be shocked if the jurors aren't phony in the sense where they were hand selected by Trump haters, and the whole thing will send him to prison for I don't know how long. So anyway, this is all staged. I don't believe any of this right now.
No, it's just a personal attack.
It's a deep personal attack. So. Okay, so most of this information comes from CBS News on their website. Ireland, Spain, and Norway are recognizing a Palestinian state. So you can't – I mean, how racist is this? They want to set up – there's no details regarding where they're going to put these Arabs, and that's who they are. They're not Palestinians. That's just a phony name. But none of them are offering any one of their territory. This is what they want to demand Israel of, to split up their country – half and half, and they're going to expect Israel to pay for it, to be responsible for it. The sickening racist element is really hard to follow with these people, but that's the world we live in right now. The other story was what is it? Here it is. The average U.S. vehicle age in the country is 12.6 years.
Really?
Because the new models are so damn expensive, and you can blame Biden, you can blame that retarded, and I think he is retarded, UAW president. He's an idiot. All he wanted was money, but that's translating into extremely high prices. I mean, the truck market is a joke. The trucks are $70,000 to $100,000 up each. It's extremely hard to find a base model. Even the base model is maybe $30,000, and so people are making $1,200, $1,600 payments a month. Who can afford this? I mean, this is going to collapse, and this was so obvious to see the way that the government and the UAW was handling this or mishandling this, that they're going to destroy their own market, and then they'll be asking for yet another bailout.
Have you seen those new Rivian pickup trucks? They're electric.
No.
They're electric. No. There's also that it's really ugly. The new, I think it's a Tesla, actually. It's a truck, and it looks like the old TR7 car. It's kind of shaped like a wedge, and it looks like it's made out of stainless steel. It's one of the most ugly vehicles I've ever seen on the road. Perhaps you haven't seen one, but it's an all-electric, and I was just wondering if you knew what those cost. They must be around $100,000.
Oh yeah, no question. No, I haven't, and it's probably a joke. Again, the running joke is the truck that Tesla made. I've seen a few articles of people absolutely laughing at Elon Musk for even producing this stupid thing. There's no way in hell I'd buy one. It's way too expensive. It's extremely limited, and just by the aesthetics, the image of it looks like a joke. I'd be laughed off any construction site if I pulled up in one of those things. The last thing on the caller prep was CBS News is just gushing over the interview with Francis, the idiot Pope who won't shut up. But they're so proud of that interview. They're breaking it up into little sections as if he is this, he's this Messiah. This is an absolute moron who's sitting in the papacy. He should be removed immediately. But it also goes to show that politics has completely infiltrated the Catholic Church, and this left-wing pope is exactly that. He's bringing up things that he has no business bringing up. Again, climate change is not something it's part of the papacy. He's going into politics right now. And just by doing that, he should be removed immediately. I haven't heard anything within the Catholic Church about people speaking up against them, and that's the problem with the Catholics. They're cowards. They think if you speak up to the Pope, you're speaking against God, and that's not true. You've got a very flawed man here on so many levels here who is in charge of the Church. But again, crickets from the Catholic Church. It's not too different from the Republican Party. Not many people are speaking up. And I'll give one last exception. You and I were talking off air about the Cal Globe story. There's one Republican who's speaking out against the Democrats hiding basically child molesters. And maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow because I didn't expect to talk about it today. But there are so few Republicans speaking out. I'm proud of this one. Do you remember his name, Sean? Who was the guy who was speaking out?
Bill Essayli. Assemblyman Bill Essayli. And they shut his mic off. And speaking of shutting the mic off, I am plumb out of time, Dan. So
shut my mic off right now.
Always a pleasure.
See you tomorrow.
Take care.
Thanks.
Easily want this guy to be reelected. And there's a woman on